Hello investors, welcome to the show!
Hindi kailangang mahal
ang magmahal.
These products look saleable.
Love your car, drive it clean.
Do you have what it takes to be the next big thing? Is your idea a potential game changer? Can your company bring us to the future today? Let us help you scale up your business.
3 investors are looking for the ultimate pitch. The reward of 150,000 pesos will be given per finalist as their seed money to scale up their business and get a chance to win the ultimate prize of 500,000 pesos. Hundreds of small and medium enterprises heeded the call and lined up their best ideas. After 2 grueling months of presentations, finalists were chosen for the final pitch day. In the next 6 weeks, we will see how they will compete against each other and get the investors to cash in on their pitch. Which company has the assets to bring in the cash? Which product is a cut above the rest? Whose pitch will impress? 15 teams, 5 finalists, 1 team to be named the ultimate entrepreneur. This is Scale Up.
I'm Janeena Chan. For today's episode, we'll meet 3 companies who dream of scaling up their business. From cacti, leather crafts to engineering, these entrepreneurs will try and convince our investors that they deserve the 500,000 pesos in fresh capital. Now let's welcome back our investors. Pepe Torres is Maya's Chief Marketing Officer. Pepe has over 14 years of brand building, business growing, and award-winning experience in global, regional, and local roles for top companies. Lorin Tan is the co-founder of Tinybuds, a family-owned female-led baby care product company founded in 2009. From a one-product company when it first began, now it has over 50 innovative natural baby care essentials and is one of the top baby personal care brands in the Philippines. Miguel Guerrero is the co-founder and CEO of Boozy.ph, an on-demand liquor delivery service. From a simple website, Boozy.ph has grown to over 100 employees with 4 hubs in Manila and Cebu and its own delivery app. During our last episode, we met our first 3 entrepreneurs who made it to the final 15, who were chosen from those who signed up from our call-out last year. And for our next 4 weeks, we will meet the other finalists for the pitch showdown, and 1 will be chosen to move on to the final round and receive the initial 150,000 pesos seed money. In our last episode, the 5 finalists will have another chance to pitch their businesses to the investors and show the results of how they invested their seed money for a chance to win the final investment of 500,000 pesos. Last week, we kicked off with Le Petit Bouquet Manil, Tatumi, and the Chocolate Lab, which had really outstanding and emotional pitches. But at the end of the day, it was Le Petit Bouquet Manil, which was the first business to make it to the finals. This week, we will meet 3 more entrepreneurs. So let's kick things off with Diwa Leather Crafts.
We are Diwa Leather Crafts. My name is Clem and this is my partner Kokoy.
This 2-man team produces genuine handmade leather items. From bags to keychains, their products boasts of fine craftsmanship and flexibility to current market trends and demands. Can they manage to whip a perfect pitch to get the investors' nod?
Hello, Diwa Leather Crafts.
Hi.
What do you have for us today?
We started out during the pandemic. It was brought about because I love leather bags myself, genuine leather goods. During the pandemic, he was able to join Facebook groups. And then during the lockdown, we just discovered leather crafting. So when we joined Facebook group, we were able to meet like-minded people. We came about someone who was getting rid of scraps. The business came about because of the repurposed scraps. We were able to sell keychains to wallets, and now we are able to make our own brand. And I'm very proud to say that from small leather goods, we are now able to make custom orders for bags. Right now, we are just a two-man team. He's just the lone crafter, and we are built heavily on teamwork. Because of this business, we were able to invest on tools,
laser engraver, machine, sewing machines.
We were also able to put on a down payment on a car. The business is just booming off right now. We usually have corporate clients during November and December. Also banked on a lot of stuff from the pandemic. So this was one of our hit items, together with the alcohol spray holder and the masks. These were the first few of the items that we started with. It just snowballed into more bigger items. This is an example of a laser engraved wallet. A part of our expansion, our goal or our vision is for personalization. So here in this photo is laser engraved wooden crafts and a wallet. With this, we are able to sell more on-hand items because handmade goods are quite time-consuming to make. Apart from that, we want to be able to have on-hand items available. So hopefully our vision is to scale up by having permanent employees working with us to expand on the brand and to actually go into bazaars and have a physical shop of our own.
All right, so that is pitch number one. Investors, any questions?
Can you help me understand how would you describe your target market and why would they choose Diwa?
So our target market would be people in their 20s to mid-30s who just want a quality leather bag, who cannot afford a luxury brand just yet, or just some people who are into the minimalistic or the more basic leather bags, no-name brands, who support local goods that have like specific wants or needs for customizations. Because sometimes it's just missing one pocket that you like.
Some of your products here, maybe we can show them to the investors too.
Yes.
So we can get a first-hand experience on the goods. Okay, there's quite a lot. I can see we've got belts, I see a passport case and an alcohol case. That's pretty ingenious considering we all have to have our alcohol sprays very handy.
I love leather too, by the way.
Yes, you are the target market.
Kinda am.
One of the difficulties I suppose that you might encounter is making sure that your quality is going to be consistent as you expand your brand. What are your plans with regards to that?
For consistency, since it's a one-man team, we just make sure that we advise the customers of the lead time and we don't cram because we understand that you might be able to compromise quality if you deliver it fast. I think in the gist of things, the reason why we want to expand is because we want another line for fast-moving items, and then we want to stick with the genuine leather handmade products to keep the quality.
When you say you want to expand to fast-moving items, are these leather items or other materials?
Yes po, leather,
Still
like
leather.
synthetic.
Because there are
There's more.
I see.
because there's a very large market for synthetic leather
I see.
items as well. However, these are made better when you stitch them, when you use the sewing machine.
If I could ask you right now, which direction are you more invested in? Do you want to go for the customization route or for the fast-moving goods route? Which one is your focus at the moment?
Right now, we actually want to do both. That's the reason why we want to expand, is because he can handle the hand-sewn leather stuff. And then since we already have like 2 or 3 people with us right now, we want to keep them permanently with us. So that's going to also target the fast-moving route.
Just to understand, is there something like, do you have like a signature look, right, for your on-hand items, no, for your fast-moving line?
Our customers usually describe it as a minimalist kind of style because usually what they would ask us is they want a bag that looks like this brand without all the monogram and without all the labels. So yes, it's the minimalist kind of look for us, which is we're banking on thoughtfully made items that are very useful for everyday use since it's leather, and we are banking on the sturdiness as well. So it's something that is thoughtfully made that you can use every day.
Currently, which sales channels, no, are you selling your product?
2 months after we got the scraps, we started with Facebook Marketplace and Instagram. We have a Facebook page. I have created a website as well. We currently have around 559 followers on Instagram, around 1.5K on Facebook. It's basically just that. We have the website and social media.
Okay, thank you so much. A big hand for our first team. Next to pitch, let's bring in Cactus and Canvas.
We are Cactus and Canvas. We are located in Quezon City.
It was a simple hobby for Vincent that eventually turned into a profitable business. Cactus and Canvas is a fast-growing souvenir shop that offers plant arrangements and personalized wooden items. But just like other businesses, Cactus and Canvas was also tested during the early days of the pandemic. Hoping to gain more capital to scale up their products, will their pitch paint a good picture for our investors?
Hi, Cactus and Canvas. What are you bringing to the table today?
Itong negosyong to ay nagsimula sa pagmamahal. Pagmamahal sa halaman, bago pa man naging plantito, plantita ang karamihan sa atin, Vincent has started collecting cacti and succulents and wood crafts.
Yes, pagmamahal that leads me to offering it as a wedding gift to my thesis mate and college friend. This even without the full support of my parents back then, because sino nga bang magulang ang gusto na ang kanyang anak ay magbenta lamang ng cactus online, tapos college graduate pa. So, yun yung point.
From that wedding, he managed to get orders, and that's how Cactus and Canvas came to be. So that was in 2014, and ang usong souvenirs then, if you remember, were mugs, figurines, pillows.
Souvenirs that usually end up sa trash bin or somewhere hidden na hindi mo na makikita, never to be seen again. The idea was to offer something, a souvenir that is unique, something na it will be displayed sa bahay, something na it will be remind of dun sa event na pinuntahan mo kahit na matagal na. Something that it will immortalize basically the event na pinuntahan mo before.
And isn't that the very essence of a souvenir? So, Cactus and Canvas, isa kami sa mga naunang mag-offer ng cactus arrangements sa mga weddings.
Yes, we joined all the biggest bridal fairs in the country.
As you can see here, nagsimula siya sa plants. And we were also the first to offer wood products, such as you can see later, clocks, bottle openers, that can be customized.
With this, we expanded our market, not lang dun sa weddings, ay pinush na rin namin ang mga corporate events, and then local and international exhibitions like Manila Fame.
So in 2018, an exciting time for us, we opened our first physical store in one of the biggest malls in the country. So from a single man who handled everything by himself, we managed to employ around 25 people, especially during peak season. So Cactus and Canvas grew.
But due to COVID, we almost lost everything. Primary market, which is the wedding industry and corporate events, comprises roughly 95% of our revenue, disappeared overnight.
Good thing we managed to be flexible and shifted to online retail market.
And because of that, our business is still going and is now recovering. We're still a small enterprise, so we need all the help to scale up.
In the near future, what's in store for Cactus and Canvas? We aim to increase retail inventory and distribution, hoping to get the prize money. Malaking bagay siya for us to be able to invest more sa stocks namin. Say for example, 100,000 investment, we can turn it into 300,000. And currently, our items are displayed in our partner stores, Pape Melroti and MC Homes. And our dream really is to be able to be put in the shelves of big department stores and souvenir stores nationwide. So when you travel, you go to a souvenir shop, you'd see a product of Cactus and Canvas. So that's one of our goals. Also, to improve our distribution network, to have resellers para may kasama kami sa pag-asenso.
Second is improve our online presence. Part of the prize money will improve our online presence by creating our own website, by creating sponsored ads through social medias and other platforms, e-commerce platforms. And then from solely depending on bridal fair bookings before, we have now clients through online and through our partner stores. We plan to improve that with the help of this show.
Okay, so judges, what are your first impressions and what are your questions for Team 2?
What's important to crack when you're talking to kind of like corporate, and then there's also wedding, but then now you're also getting into souvenir with consumer.
Yeah.
What do you need to get right in order to win with those different markets?
We're often the top bookers sa souvenirs, but when it comes to retail, this is something that's gray area for us.
Okay.
As we said, wala pa kaming website, and we have started quite late in the e-commerce platform. So this is one of the track na from sana dun din maging bihasa kami.
But can I just follow up question? From your experience so far, because you did say during the pandemic you started going more retail, what is the unique thing that you think you're offering to the retail market?
For us, we offer high quality items na definitely will last more than you think of it. For example, our clocks. So it's from a cash hardwood. So most likely it will end up probably 20-30 years. Okay pa rin siya. So that's our offering to everyone na once na binili nyo tong item na to ay maganda yung quality and it will last probably a lifetime.
So you consider yourselves a player, is it in the souvenir space, the gifting space, or home and living decoration?
So we are targeting not just the souvenir section. We also plan to expand to home decors, for example, the clocks, the lamps. So we also have other items na pinaplano pang i-launch for other categories. For example, kitchenware with our boards, with our cheese knives, and some other stuff.
I just have a question on how do you run your operations now in terms of like producing and or sourcing the products, and how will you scale it up in the future?
Continuously, we are sourcing other suppliers. We have currently a few suppliers that we have been in partner with for the past few years. So yung supplies po namin ay okay naman, but we are still looking for other suppliers na maybe mapababa yung costing pag bumili na mas marami. Basically, our grand plan soon is to launch hopefully sa lahat ng mga department stores nationwide.
Yes.
Maybe we can show the judges some of the products as we continue so they
Yes.
can take a
And-
closer
Yes, yes.
look at them.
We plan to invest sa tao because we believe that it's not just me and Vincent na core ng Cactus and Canvas, but rather the staff or our partners in this enterprise. So with Scale Up, we hope to be able to add to our team, particularly for marketing.
Okay.
Oh, so cool.
This one, we can check our...
Oh, so cute. Even the card is wood.
Wow.
Cool. Okay, thank you very much to Cactus and Canvas. Let's move forward to the third for the day. Are you guys ready?
Oh yeah.
Okay, let's bring them in. Our last pitch for the day. Let's welcome Anthroserv Incorporated.
Me and my co-founders are mostly coming from water industries, big water industries here in the Philippines.
Anthroserv is an engineering and construction firm which specializes on wastewater management for SMEs. And what's best about their product is it's not only environment friendly, but budget friendly as well. Will their crystal clear advocacy be as crystal to the investors?
Hi, Anthroserv. What do you have for us today?
I've been in the industry of water treatment for 5 years. Me and my colleagues mostly come from big water industries. Witness the crackdown of the government in SMEs that are polluting our water bodies. But we believe that it is not solely their fault that they're not complying with the government standards. We found out that they lack access to finances, and technology. That's why they're not complying with their moral and legal obligations. That's how Anthroserv came about. Or literally, we serve the people. Within the communities of SMEs, we've been encountering two figures when we're talking about government's wastewater regulations. That is 1.5 million and 21,500 pesos. A typical SME would require at least 1.5 million pesos of capex to put up his or her own wastewater treatment facility. Otherwise, they will suffer a penalty of 21,500 pesos per day. That is one of the major reasons we see why last 2019, DNR reported that less than 50% of SMEs have been dumping their wastewater untreated in our water bodies. This translates to around 70,000 SMEs in Metro Manila. That is why Anthroserv has developed AquaBlocks, a cheap, sustainable, and quick-fix solutions in addressing SMEs' wastewater management needs. In just 50,000 a month and 1 month installation period, SMEs can immediately have a modular wastewater treatment plant that produces water that is for water recycling. Unlike other contractors, Anthroserv's AquaBlocks allow a very cheap technology that is very accessible to them at a very, very cheap price. Anthroserv currently has 12 customers, with 3 of them being the iterations of our AquaBlocks. Nevertheless, all of them already comply with the DNR regulations. And just last year, our company has grown by 135%. The investment that we are asking will allow us to pivot to become a leasing business model. From a capital expense of 1.5 million, we plan to bring it down to 50,000 pesos a month. We will expand the business by adding add-ons through a subscription model where they could add on remote operations, remote maintenance, and environmental consultancy. Our vision is that SMEs would rent our AquaBlock units and will be operating them remotely in our central control room. For this, we're currently raising 3 million for 10% of our equity. 2.5 million will be used for constructing AquaBlock units that are ready for deployment, and 500,000 will be used to transform them to become IoT ready. And we are confident that we could do it because Anthroserv houses engineers that have diverse engineering backgrounds. And we have various accreditations from different organizations, such as the Philippine Contractors Accreditation Board, ASEAN Engineering Registry, Project Management Institute, and CFA Institute. And by the end of this year, we will be accredited by ISO 9001. Anthroserv is ready to accelerate the Philippines' target on wastewater management under Sustainable Development Goal 6. It is inevitable. And our only question remains is that if you would join us in this noble endeavor. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, so investors, what are your first impressions? Any questions for Anthroserv?
Just wanted to ask, in terms of your product, essentially it's the AquaBlocks.
Yeah.
Right? So you're renting it out for 50,000 per month, which will be a big savings for your potential clients. So just to understand, what's your cost for producing the AquaBlocks? And is the technology sort of like, is it proprietary and is it hard to replicate by other competitors?
Our innovation journey started by reducing first the capex. So from at least 1.5 million, we brought it down to 900,000. Pero we knew from our market studies that it's still not enough. Dahil yung wastewater treatment really has no profit. It's really just for compliance.
Yeah.
We try to pivot yung aming business model so that it's going to be accessible. So creating one would take around 500,000 to 600,000. And yung design, we're already applying it as an industrial model. So to keep safe yung design.
Thank you so much for answering with regards to the cost. So it takes 500 to 600,000 for you to produce one of the blocks, right? Yeah. And for you to rent it, it's 50,000 a month. So that would roughly, how long does it take for you to recover your initial?
Around a year, more than a year.
More than a year, all right. Because my big thing as an SME is that I would always check the cost versus, of course, either the savings or the profit. Since it is a savings component, you're going up against a fee that is 21,000 pesos a month versus...
Sorry, that's 21,500 pesos a day.
A day,
penalty.
all right.
Penalty,
Okay,
yes,
all right, all right. So it's very, very big then. Okay.
So can I piggyback on that? So what's the alternative for that SME, right? Is it that they're just not allowed to operate, or they have to keep paying that, so 20 times 30, what, 600,000 pesos?
The alternative is a violation, notice of violation, and eventually closure.
Oh, okay, all right, all right. So it's business continuity.
Okay.
Right, right, right. After the recovery period of over a year, more or less, is there a chance for the rental or the lease cost to lessen for the SME?
No, because Aqua Blocks will produce a water recycling ready water. So apart from the cost 50,000, we are expecting a water savings. If they're going to use all of the water product, they're expecting around 21,000 savings on their water consumption. So essentially, they're just paying us 29,000 per month.
Could you describe who your happiest customers look like today?
Our happiest customers are those that do not have already their violations.
Okay.
They're operating freely.
What kind of industries are they in?
Mostly these are small manufacturing industries. Manufacturing of noodles, manufacturing of chips.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Anthroserv. A big hand once again. So we've heard all three pitches for today, and we will be calling back our teams in just a bit, and our investors will finally make the decision on who will take home the 150,000 peso seed money, which the winning team will grow to win the additional 500,000 peso investment. But first, as we all know, Scale Up is brought to us by Maya Business, which was then known as Hey Maya Enterprise. The company rebranded itself last April as Maya Business, your all-in-one growth partner. Maya Business enables all types of businesses to grow in bolder directions through effortless B2B payments, payment acceptance, and money management solutions. Part of the brand's transformation is the goal to support businesses in achieving greater heights. Now it's time for the investors to decide on who makes it. This is the final cut. We've heard excellent pitches from these three enterprises who've made something out of a simple, unique idea, but only one of them will be a step closer to the 500,000 peso investment. So will it be Team 1, Team 2, or Team 3? It's time to know. Who is our winner for today's show, who is coming home with 150,000 pesos in fresh cash, seed money, and who will scale up today?
It was a tough decision, no? But congratulations, Cactus and Canvas.
Congratulations, our winning team for today. It's Cactus and Canvas. So congratulations. I can't wait to see you grow your 150,000 pesos within 1 month. And in just a few short weeks, we will be seeing you once again back here, and you have the chance to kind of top up that money into 500,000 pesos with the rest of our finalists. For our two teams, job well done nonetheless. Let's give them a big hand. Thank you once again to our investors. We have Pepe Torres, Maya's Chief Marketing Officer, Lorin Tan, co-founder of Tinybuds, and Miguel Guerrero, co-founder and CEO of Boozy.ph. Next week, 3 more teams will try and pitch their product or company closer to 500,000 pesos. This is Scale Up.
Next week, 3 more finalists will pitch their way for a chance to scale up their business. Whose product will make it?
Sa pagiging seaman ko, doon ko napansin na parang pag-uwi namin dito sa Pilipinas, laging may kulang. Kahit ang dami naming dollars na nauuwi dito.
We try our best to stick with our values. I think clients are more impressed with people with integrity.